Why would anyone listen to what I have to say? I'm not a doctor, I'm not professionally trained, and I'm not a coach. But I have lived it through about 20 years of personal experiences in a journey that nearly destroyed me. And through that, I found the answers that finally set me on the path to real change. For most of my life, I struggled with pretty bad depression stemming from a childhood of abuse. That set me on a path of destruction for myself and later on my family. I sought therapy off and on and medications to help alleviate the pain of depression. For a while, I believed the medications I was taking were helping. It wasn't until later, after undergoing DNA testing, that I discovered my body couldn't even process those medications properly. They had little, if any, real effect on me. What I had been experiencing was likely the placebo effect. Eventually, that false sense of stability wore off, and I found myself with a wife, 2 beautiful children, and in full-blown crisis mode. The first turning point came when I met a no-nonsense therapist a few years back. During that first session, she delivered the words that saved my life. Only you can change your life. You have to take responsibility. Her directness was not what I wanted to hear, as I was hoping for someone to do it for me. See, I was a professional in the victim mindset. For 2 years, I spiraled out of control mentally, experiencing short-lived moments of progress, only to slip back into crisis. Those 2 years were excruciating for both me and my family. During that time, I experienced some of the darkest moments of my life. The police had been called on me. I considered suicide. I was separated from my wife for a short while. I suffered from debilitating depression, hopelessness, and extreme insomnia. I was sleeping only 15 to 20 hours a week, consumed by the fear of death, all the while heading directly in that direction, and I was very close to checking into an inpatient mental health facility. It felt like I was in a movie, a nightmare that couldn't possibly be my life. I was even told I might have bipolar disorder or borderline personality disorder. I couldn't believe they were talking about me, but they were. My world was unraveling and the pain I was causing my family was unbearable. So why listen to someone like me? Because I've lived through it. I've spent hundreds of hours in therapy, tens of thousands of dollars on self-help programs, medications, and coaching, trying to find my way out of the darkness. And after all that, I've come to one fundamental conclusion. You must take responsibility for your life. No one else can do the work for you. Therapists can guide you, support programs can help, but in the end, it's your life, and it's up to you to change it. I share my story not as a professional but as someone who has walked the path and come out the other side. If my journey can offer you any insight, it's this. Change is possible, but only when you take full ownership of your life. There are no excuses, only opportunities to grow. Stop waiting for someone to do it for you. It's not going to happen. If you are serious about change, leave a comment below and let's schedule a call to discuss how my guide to change can start you on a path to healing, confidence, leadership, and taking control of your life. If I can do it, I promise you can too.